Well, they have, like, the exact same plot, so, like...
Yeah,
Sabrina's like, there's a weird orgy cult down in this well. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna have to dress up sexy to go down there. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't finish the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, so I don't know how that ended.
I just wanted to be open with my biases and how much I knew / did not know about this universe. So if you're coming here looking for like hot takes on the Archie universe, you're not going to find them. So are we ready to start Afterlife with Archie?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm excited, kind of. I don't have the book in front of me because I'm using my phone for internet, so it'll be all mental reference.
So, just to get out of the way...
I kind of wish I had... I was going to say, I just wish I had this actually in print. Like, I kind of liked how much the colors were. I would really have liked to have held it.
Gotcha. Yeah,
colors were really good.
The contrast between orange and blue was very present.
It's one of my favorite color combos. So.
Oh, really? Oh,
it's great.
So, Afterlife with Archie is kind of like a play on the main comic Life with Archie. So, story by Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, artwork by Francesco Francavilla, lettering by Jack Morelli, and creative consultant Jesse Goldwater. Was the main people, yeah. So this is this is volume 1, and I believe that this comic is still ongoing. That I am under.
Interesting. Okay.
Basically, the synopsis is Jughead's dog died, and he went to revive it, and then it was, what's that movie?
They get the Necronomicon, which is from Evil Dead. Are you talking about Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
That was a cat.
Cemetery. Oh, that was a cat? Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
I mean, you could...
same idea.
You could theoretically put a dog in there, because they do put a kid in there, and it also works, so...
Frankenweenie.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, sure, Frankenweenie. Let's go with Frankenweenie. Yeah.
That was the other one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Also, Jake, I was curious about this, and it turns out the Necronomicon is not actually originally from the Evil Dead. It is actually...
I was gonna say, that's just like a normal thing in like mythology.
Well, it was created by H.P. Lovecraft, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, no, I mean...
That's what
him,
Wikipedia says.
Weird. But, like...
I guess I'm just thinking of, like, the idea of the Book of the Dead.
Well, yeah, because that's I've heard it called the Book of the Dead before. Like, in The Mummy, it's called the Book of the Dead. But it's... Yeah.
I mean...
Has the Necronomicon ever been used for good? Like, it's always bad.
I mean, it's literally like a black magic book, so... I don't think...
It's like the beginning of this comic kind of loses me. With, like, it's set
I
up.
should say it's a little bit like, if you just twisted it slightly, it'd be almost, you could see how it'd be comedic.
Gotcha.
Like, oh, Sabrina got in trouble for using the Necronomicon. Whoopsie. Like,
but also she's grounded for a year without being
also,
able to
like,
speak.
I love just her aunts, right? Just, like, looking like that. That was awesome.
Can we just... So, I am 90% certain that Sabrina is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. which I had.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Yeah, she has the haircut.
I didn't know that they had like a shared universe though.
I didn't.
Oh
either.
yeah.
They do. They totally have like appeared in comics together in like the regular comics.
I did not know.
Which has like always been like interesting because that means like in Archie's world, like there's just witches around.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, so there's like walking around proof of like heaven and hell and the afterlife and demons and like.
But like
they just kind of sit with
is
that.
Just like Sabrina's always just up to like goofy things. She's like, oh, I'm gonna make the biggest like milkshake ever for Jughead. Wow. And she's like using my powers, and like her aunts are like, stop that.
Yep, but this time you took it too far.
Okay, now might be a good time to reveal that I have not seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Riverdale, Archie. I've never read any of those comics, never watched any of the shows. I don't know anything about it.
You shouldn't watch Riverdale and you shouldn't watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Wait, which one?
Wait, which one?
Any of them. I haven't watched
the
any
one
of
with
them.
Melissa Joan Hart.
I don't think you should watch any of them.
Netflix one.
But
CW.
Well, we're talking about Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
It's on Netflix, but it's by the CW.
Is it?
Not Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Pretty sure.
That's Riverdale. That's by the CW.
Well, they have like the exact same plot, so like.
Yeah, I just
like
I
Sabrina's
just
like, oh, there's a weird
an
orgy cult down in this well. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna have to dress up sexy to go down there. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't finish Sabrina the Teenage Witch, so I don't know how that ended.
I just wanted to be open with my biases and how much I knew / did not know about this universe. So if you're coming here looking for like hot takes on the Archie universe, you're not gonna find them.
I have read so much of Archie, and I love Archie, and I actually am like literally the other day, like I forgot that we were reading this book, and I was like, man, I miss the old Archie comics. I wonder where mine are.
All right.
And then today you were like, yeah, we're reading Archie, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I've seen like
there's
3 episodes of Riverdale. I've
seen a little too many.
Oh, gotcha. I was like,
I may ask some dumb questions about characters and their relationships. Because there are a couple that I have some questions about that need some answers.
Can we just like spend an episode talking about Riverdale and how ridiculous it is? It's so funny.
You might get me saying
Archie gets attacked by a bear.
Are you talking about this is the CW show?
Yes, the CW show where like Archie gets like a bear claw mark and Reggie's like, whoa, what happened to you, bro? And he's like, got attacked by a bear. Like, oh my god, you have to go through so much shit.
We have enough to talk about in this book, Shawenta. We cannot talk about this show.
I could talk about it forever. It's so good. In how horrible it is.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyway,
no.
So I wanted to know, Jake, is the top of your list for the questions that you have about people's relationships, Cheryl and Blossom, I think is their name?
No, Cheryl, Blossom, and Jason.
Yeah, it's what's the deal with that brother and sister?
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, are they brother and sister? Yeah. Or that's the top of the list.
Obviously, in the comic books, it's totally normal. Like, I don't think Jason even shows up that often. But I'm not talking about the newest ones, because the newest ones I've read like 1 volume of, and I was like, out of it. Because it was trying to do Riverdale. But in Riverdale, I mean, the whole series starts off because Jason died. And like, I think there's a little bit, like, people are like, they were a little too close. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, like, it's one thing if like other people say it. But then, like, it's another thing for them to, like, in conversation, like, be that weird to each other.
Yeah.
the first shot of Riverdale has like Jason, or not the first shot, but one of the first shots that shows Cheryl has like Jason and Cheryl going out on like a little rowboat together, wearing like matching clothing, and it was like Children of the Corn style.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah,
I should say that is one of the things that disturbed me the most in this book, where I was like, oh, it's not just subtext. We're just gonna talk like this.
Yeah, I feel like that was the biggest thing for me, was like, I wanted somebody to say that I was wrong, but the book says that I'm right. So, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, that's always surprising in a comic book about zombies, where I'm like, the zombies don't bother me as much as this.
Yeah,
it was very much Ultimate Pietro and Wanda Maximoff.
Oh, yeah. That's also bad. And more graphic, and I'm going to say worse. But...
Yeah.
Really, they were
basically
close?
in the old...
They were...
Yeah.
They were what you call... kissing cousins, except they were brother and sister.
Yeah.
I should say, I'm pretty sure Jason and Cheryl are twins.
Maybe they're just really close twins then.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. So.
God, any way you try to frame it, it keeps making it worse. It's
I don't know what you thought would be good framing, though.
Yeah, no, it's just...
Are their parents dead and they like have to rely on each other?
No. So, even in a comic book, they're like, man, mom and dad aren't answering their phones or whatever.
Okay. That's the only framing that, like, I could see you kind of, like, getting away with it if it was never your intention. Where it's like, oh man, this brother and sister's parents died and they had to rely on each other. And, like, for people on the outside, it looks like they're too close. But in reality, they're completely different. Except that's not what this comic does.
No, this comic is like, yeah, they're too close. They're way too close.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, although there's definitely resistance from the sister.
No,
but,
she's playing hard to get. That's different.
That's literally, I was about to say, she's literally just trying to make him jealous. Okay. She's literally... Like, because the first scene is she's like, at least we have each other, like, holding hands.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there was definitely some of that where I'm just, like, not as used to, like, teenage romance, like, tropes all the way. So I was just like, am I misreading this, or is this what's happening, you know?
Am I misreading these two twin sister and brother?
Well,
I mean, I generally knew what was happening, but just the fact that I thought that maybe the sister was into it.
The brother is literally like, yeah, we just need some rose petals and other stuff. Isn't it great that almost everybody else is dead? And Cheryl's like...
Okay, so that's like the second point in my book, or in second point on my list for this book, is why is everybody in this book so horny, like, all the time? Like, what's the deal? Like, I get it, they're supposed to be teenagers, but they just watched one of their friends eat another one of their friends. Why are they still trying to get in each other's pants? Like, what's the deal?
Which ones are you talking about?
I feel like that's typical
Moose.
Hollywood.
Moose and, that other girl who's infected.
Midge?
Yeah, Midge.
What were they trying to do?
They were just cuddling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like they're just gonna cuddle. Alright, Cody. In this comic about twins being way too close, they're just gonna cuddle. Alright, Cody.
What panel did you see that I didn't see?
Yeah. I'm pretty convinced that they were not.
And then the two lesbians who are like, yeah, we just burned down this diner, but let's go right off in the sunset together.
Okay, that part I genuinely do have to like yell about. But I should say for Moose and Midge, they were planning on going to the pool party. That's why they were like dressed in other stuff. And then Midge is like, maybe I should put peroxide on this cut and it'll be fine. And she's like, I'm feeling kind of tired. And Moose is like, oh, I guess we don't have to go to the pool party or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't read that. I didn't read too much into that.
But
Yeah,
as far as the two girls, that was so annoying. She's like, you know, I can't hide this about myself, da-da-da. And then they, like, have to deal with 2 dead people, 2 dead zombies, and they burn down the place. And then the one girl is like, guess I'm gonna go back to my boyfriend and make you jealous.
Is that... I missed that part.
I thought that was her dad.
That was not... He literally called her baby.
Yeah, that was not her dad.
I thought it was like my baby girl or something.
No.
No.
I mean,
no, that's one of the football players, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there was a couple of lines that actually did almost make me think that. So you're not like totally in the wrong, but then it was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was kind of annoying. Like, it really. Okay, so some of this book really felt like it was trying too hard on the dialogue and like to be like witty or like modern, you know. Just felt a little too try hard.
I think like they had good chances at emotional stuff, and I feel like they went a little quick on some of it, so it felt kind of flat. But like I totally saw where they like were sort of doing it. They just didn't really go all in when they could have. Like freaking, what is it towards the end where Veronica is like, "Why are you looking like that, Betty?" Like taunting her or something, and Betty's like, "Those 2 zombies we just saw were my parents." And that's like, what, like 2 panels. That's it.
Yeah. Like, I did feel for that, but also I felt like I could have felt more.
Yeah, pretty much that's my entire thing about the book.
Like, honestly, actually, that's actually a really good point, because, like, the dog got more time at the end. A lot. Like, it got an entire issue.